Welcome to the Xojo Android QuickStart, where we're going to develop your first Android app. Before you get started, make sure that you have Google's Android Studio installed, and if you don't, click the link below and then come back to this video. Let's launch Xojo and select Android since we're building an Android app, and we're going to enter Simple Browser as the application name. Now you're in the Xojo workspace. This is where we're going to build our user interface. On the right is the library. We're going to drag out a number of controls. So first, let's go get a text field, and we're going to put it in the upper left corner of the screen. The alignment guides will appear to show you where to position the control. And we'll also bring out a button and position that at the top right of the screen. Finally, drag out an HTML viewer to the empty area on the screen and resize this control using the selection handles so it fills the screen below the text field and the button. We'll also resize the text field so it's larger, so click on the selection handles and drag it to the right until the alignment guides tell you it's close to the button. This is what your final layout should look like. Now let's set some of the properties. We will show the inspector by clicking the icon at the upper right. In the layout editor, click on the Android screen, which is screen 1, to select it, and the inspector now shows the properties for that screen. In the name field, change screen 1 to browser screen and press return. You can see that update on the navigator on the left. And in the title field, change the name to simple browser, which you can see here changes it right there in the layout. So the text field is where your user is going to enter the URL they want to see in the browser. So select that so we can adjust its properties. Change the name from text field 1 to URL field. The input type needs to be changed from default to URL. And finally, for text, we're going to enter a URL here as well so we can display that in our final app. Now let's set the properties for the button. So click on the button and you'll see the inspector will update. And we're going to change the name from button 1 to show button. And we're going to give the button a caption by changing the caption field from button to show. Finally, the last user interface change we need to make is to the HTML viewer. Select the HTML viewer and change the name from HTML viewer 1 to web viewer. The app is almost complete. Now it's time to add the code that will tell the HTML viewer the web page to display. On the browser screen, we're going to double click the show button and we'll see the event handlers. So let's select pressed and OK. Next, the code editor appears. We're going to enter the code to tell the HTML viewer to display the URL that the user typed in the text field. And that's it, your first app is complete. Now it's time to save our work before we run it in the Android simulator. And now the moment you've been waiting for, click Run in Xojo to run the app in the Android simulator. Note that if this is the first time that you're running anything in the Android simulator, it may take a little bit longer than usual, but you shouldn't see that again after the first time. And now the app has launched. It shows the simple browser with the Wikipedia link in the text field and the show button. So if we click the show button, the Wikipedia webpage is launched and you can see it right there on your screen. You can even enter any HTTPS URL of your choice. So let's enter the Xojo website, click show button, and you will see the web page. When you are finished experimenting with the simple browser app, you can quit the Android simulator and return back to Xojo. This quick start has introduced you to Xojo and showed you how to make a simple Android app. You can try our other quick starts to see how easy it is to develop an app for the desktop, web, iOS, or Raspberry Pi using Xojo. If you have any questions, please put them below. Thanks for watching.